Are you ready to do what it takes?
Can you go all the way?
Are you ready to play against players from all around the world?
Playing fair, but still going to win.
This is what we train for.
To become part of history.
To qualify for the eSailing World Championship.
To become the eSailing World Champion.
Hello and welcome to all of you eSailing fans sitting around the world. Welcome to the eSailing World Championship spot qualification. Tonight we have a wildcard final where we'll find 5 players that will join the big battle tomorrow for the first eSailing World Championship spot. And these 5 players qualified after a 48 hours qualification in Virtual Regatta Inshore. Tomorrow they will be joined by 15 sailors. All 15 sailors were part of the Olympic Virtual Series and they were in top 5 in each of the qualification. My name is Thomas Bjørnlytti, but I'm not going to be all by myself tonight. Please, in studio, welcome Roxy Joni, also known as Jonathan Koch. Hey Jonathan, all well? Yeah, Jonathan, thank you for joining in. You're right now sitting at Lake Constance. Where in the world is that? Because tonight it's quite internationally. We just saw that in the start swinger.
Oh, actually, it's really in the southern Germany. Like it's the biggest lake, where also Switzerland and Austria just around it, and it's really beautiful there. You also went there.
Yeah, I've been there a lot of times on vacation actually with my family when I was younger. That was all camping. But then let us not boring all the viewers with my camping experience when I was younger. Because tonight we are going to actually see some new players in action. It's summer vacation and this actually meant that we have a lot of talents tonight joining in our Wildcard family final, and also can have them going all the way to the grand final tomorrow. Let's go in sail ranks and let's see how we can do that. Here we can see all 20 players, and Roxy, what a list. We have a comeback on the first position. You know some of these players, but the first one you know quite well. He's called Azir or Tristan Perron.
Yeah, totally. He was a Vice World Champion in 2019, and yeah, he's back, and I guess he's really one of the favorites today.
Yeah, and then we have Peditro 22. He's the Italian champion 2019. We have Ernest Milnukov, or Miracle, from Ukraine. He's one of the top Ukrainian sailors. And then we have Warclaw Kurata, or also known as Vidbury, Lord Berry. He's actually been nominated to Sailor of the Year in Czechia for his performance in eSailing. But Roxy, let's go into Doppel Studio and talk a little bit about these players, because we are soon getting ready for some action. And we still have the scoreboard on, and let's just press... yes, there we go. We can see here the players are ready, and I'm getting signal from the race officers that I can go over and start the race. So let's go in game. Let's have race number 1 for tonight. And race number 1 is coming up in a few seconds here. We are getting ready for it. And race number 1 is going to be a fantastic race. It's going to be the NACRA 17, and right now we joined the race ourselves, so we need to restart the race. But if we go into second screen, then we are there. There we go. Here we have Azir. He's coming in, and he's really joining in. And Roxy, we are sailing the NACRA 17. What do you know about that boat?
Oh, it's a really, really fast boat. So the start is really important. Actually, I just saw that's not an upwind start. It's a really interesting start, a reaching start. Yeah, totally. We have 18 seconds more to go. We see that some already got a spinnaker out, like you can sail with or without a spinnaker. That's also very interesting and not in that start. And 2, 1. Actually, what we saw that they were quite late for the start, but actually, like in the first start, you are really, yeah, I think defensive. You don't want to have an early start, and as we have no discard, every point counts. That's why I think there was really
Yeah.
yeah,
And
safe start.
there we have them all, Roxy. They're going downwind here. It's Regatta from France, and then it's Trap Pinet in second, Lord Beery in third. And we're going to do a format tonight with 6 races, 5 races back to back in different classes, and a medal race for top 10. But it's Regatta in the lead, Lord Beery going opposite. And this gate mark, Roxy, it's a very important one. So what to do, how to read the radar. We can see in the top left corner there's a radar with some dark and some light area. And what to do here.
Oh, actually, what you see is everyone is going to the dark area. That means there is more pressure. And there's also like a left shift coming up. I think that's why everyone is going to the left. You have to care a bit because I think too much pressure on the upwind is also not too fast. But I think like in that case, the wind was just, yeah.
Yeah, and the wind was just there, but you can see Regatta, he's in the middle, going forward there, and then the opposite side is still Trap. It's the French in the lead. Then we have Asir coming here on left-hand side, but Roxy is coming from port side. So is that an issue when he's entering here at the top gate mark?
Oh, it is an issue, of course, especially in a big fleet like that. If you have a lot of boats, it's a bit in danger, but as he is in the top pack, normally, like you see, he has a lot of room, a lot of space, and did a really great maneuver. And already in second
penalty
place.
to VITLG there. But just continue. He had a lot of space. Trap also got a penalty. He was in second, now he's in 6th. So a penalty here in the NACRA, it's very costly, isn't it?
It is, especially in a fast boat. Like a 9 seconds slowdown is really costly, especially in a good fleet like that. Like everyone knows exactly how to steer the boat, and that's why you really try to avoid everything.
Yeah, and there we have Vidberry, Lordberry, also Varklav from Czechai. He's side by side with Wilhelmsley, and then we have Dudang. And I have a funny story with Dudang. I promise not to tell it, but in the start we called him Ding Dong because we are not that good in French, but it's Dudang. He's coming there in 4th, and he's in a close battle with Will. It's a very close one, Roxy, when they're going upwind here. Position will switch. So what to think when you're going upwind here in the NACRA?
When you're going upwind, like the wind pressure is really important, but also the wind direction. And in that case, it says that Asir takes the lead, but I think that as there is a left shift, it will be very, very close.
Woof.
And oh, really close maneuver.
Very close
And what
one.
Gardek is doing now, he did another tag just to defend the first position, but right now he let Asir go, so this will be really interesting.
This would be really interesting. Regatta, he's still here, or Gardek, he's here in second. Then we have Asir now taking second. It's going to be very close, and when they're rounding this top mark, as we see here, we're coming into, then they're going to race for the reach mark, and that's the last mark before racing in towards the finish line. It's Gardek, he's in the lead. Asir gets the buy over. He's so close of taking it. Rest of the fleet coming in. It's Dudang, it's Lord Bury, it's Wilhelmsley, it's KGR. Oh, there, KGR, the Japanese sailor that's not using race help normally. Trap Pinet, then Peditro 22, CMA. It's some good talents. Ooh, who do we have here? Ramon. He's also a Vice World Champion 2020. Lost on the finish line to Jorn Cardona. But here we have the finish. It's Gardek coming first, and it's Asir second. And then Dudang will come in. Let's see the battles here from behind, because it's up here. We will see some more. See, all points counts, Roxy. You know that as a Bundesliga sailor. So how important is it not to get 14, but get 13? when you do a point race, Roxy. And Roxy is still here. We just lost his voice a little bit. But here, the race is over. There we have the confirmation. Gadek in the lead, Azir in second, Dudang in third, Lord Bury in fourth, Will Hemsley in fifth, KTR in sixth, Trap in seven, Peditro in eight, Ramon in ninth. Then we have Improduc Digo in 10th, and a lot of the top sailors coming in. Kaven Firenz, then Rommel, the Swedish champion, in 17. Watching in here, Gadek had the best start. He also had the best average speed. But what's interesting here is he kept the lead from the start to the end, and then see how important it is to be consistent and not get a penalty in a Nacra 17 trap. He got a penalty after mark number 3, and then he jumped down all the way to position 8 and became 7. And that's actually how it is here. So this was race number 1. We have Roxy. Roxy, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
No. That's how it is. Roxy, what a start race. Let's just go into the in-game view again and just see these how they raced up and down. The big one, we want to see it big. I know a lot of you sitting with mobile phones out there. There we go. Roxy, can you guide us a little bit through what we're seeing here?
Like, we see Gadek, he just nailed the start. Everyone was really passive, and after that he really did a really good race. And of course, when you're in first, you can just try to stay between like all boats and the marks, and he did a really good job. We see Azir. He slowly made it to the second place and was also fighting for the first. So you see that, yeah, he's really consistent sailing his way to the front. Then we have Duding, and we have 3 French players in front, what is really incredible.
Yeah, and Roxy, let's go into studio because we have some. We are soon getting the result. We forgot to tell in the start. We're going with the lower point system here. That's why I ask you in the race, how important is it to get a 10th position instead of a position 13 when we're doing 6 races like we're doing here with no discard?
Oh, it's so important to focus on every race, on every point. I also was in a final like that, and I just missed the medal race because, I don't know, because of 1 point or something. And then you always try to remember, oh, that tag was so bad, I lost 1 or 2 positions. And also in a 10th place, it's good enough to try to defend the 10th place instead of trying to get a 4th place. Or yeah.
Super. Let's go into sail ranks and see the scoreboard here so we can see tonight's format. And there we have sail ranks, and we can see that 1 point for victory, 2 points for second, and so on. And there's one thing, there's no discard today. This means also you can't do any mistakes because you will not get them discarded. Next race that will come up in a few sec is a 49er. And the 49er race, Roxy, that's also going to be a fast one, isn't it?
It is, and especially to qualify into that event, they had to get a really good series in the 49er. So we actually see the best 49er sailors there. So will be really interesting.
That's very cool. Let's get in game for the 49er. I know they're ready for race number 2, and the race officers confirmed that they're getting ready. 20 skippers from the start, and we are in the city of Kiel. And let's see, we have a small intro of Kiel here and the race format. We are racing here. You know it quite well. You love it. And you are ready for it. You love to race the 49er. And how is it to race in the game with a 49er like this?
Oh, it's really nice. Because it's so fast, you have a lot of options. Like you can sail a bit faster, a bit lower, and but on the other side, it's also you need to focus on the controls. If you, I don't know, have some glitchy hands, it's really hard to control, and that's what it makes so much fun to sail it.
5 seconds to the start. It looks like a clean start. And there we go. No, false start to CMA from Ukraine. A very slow start for the Vice World Champion 2020 Ramon. And there he penalized Yutsuki from Japan, who qualified in the last position. Also VIT LG with a slow start. Gadek, again, an okay start, but it's the German. He's placed here in the middle. He has the best start, Johann Spansen. So where's best to be, Roxy?
Oh, actually, he did a really good start, and right now he has control over the whole fleet because if someone of the other pack tries to tag, then he has right of way. So right now he's really in a controlling position, and maybe a short fun story. He just wrote me that in the first race, like his whole family was watching on YouTube, and that's why his internet wasn't that good. And yeah, right now they just cut it off, and it seems like it's going well.
It's going quite well. He is in the lead. And guys and girls and skippers around the world, this is a very international race. The only continent we don't have a player from tonight is actually almost United States, the America. But it's we have Japanese sitting in the middle of the night and a lot of European players here today. It's the Germans in the lead. It's Johann Spansen, and he's a Bundesliga sailor in the real life. Then it's Mauro Di Napoli. He's here in second. And then we have Kevin Fyans. He was part of the British national team that won the Nations Cup. So interesting. Where is Asir and where is Gadek? Gadek is in 17 at the moment, Roxy. This is what we talked about, consistency. Is this a bad position for him to be in already? Second race?
Ooh, he just managed to not get a penalty there. Yeah, actually, like you said, it's all about consistency, but the race is not over until the finish line. So let's see if we can come back. And we see Johannes is not in the lead anymore.
No, it's a good upwind leg by Mauro Di Napoli. He's taking the lead, the Italian. Johannes get it in second, but he's launching the spinnaker a little bit earlier than the other. Kevin following him, Prudity coming in, Nalset's coming in, Dudang also, Asir. So we have a small switch in the lead, and this will also switch the leading table when we're going down there. And remember, it's all about being in top 5 today. And we have this 49er boat when it's going downwind, Roxy. We can see this wide area. It's called wind shadow. On the 49er, it's only 23 meters big. And the Nakua, we had 22 meters and we're sailing fast. So how can you use it in a downwind action like this?
Of course, you can use it to make boats slower, but especially like in the front pack, you see they don't try to get in a fight with each other. They're all happy with their places, to be honest. And they just try to, I don't know, sail behind each other, don't get into a fight, because maybe you can win one position, but if you fight with someone, maybe you lose 3 or 4 positions. So that's not really worth at all.
No.
And that's why.
And this is the consistency when we are playing with points, and it's a low point system. So all point counts. We just saw that under the Olympics in the middle race, in the 49er, how the positions were switching. There we have the Italian in the lead. We have German in second. Johannes is losing his position to Kevin, who went to the opposite side in the gate mark. Interesting call. And there he cuts him off. That's a good move, isn't it, Roxy?
I think it was a good move. I think, but he couldn't cross. But there's also like a big left shift on the left side. I think that's why it was a really fantastic move, because he sent Kavan to the right side. And with that, it really looks not that bad.
But I'm looking here at the wind radar at the moment. In the top left corner, we can see it's very dark in the right-hand side and very light in the left-hand side. But the wind socks are a favorite here in the left-hand side. So where it's best to be at the moment?
I think right now it's on the left side. Like, of course, you see a big, a lot of wind on the right side, but it's moving away. And the wind pressure on the left is just coming. And that's why you try to stay on the left side. You see it's getting darker and darker.
Yeah,
And as you can see, they're all pro players. They're all on the left side right now.
they're all except a small group. VidLG trying to win some momentum. Gatako, he was in 16th position, currently 5 or 5th, 6. He's dropping down. Ramon in 10th, the vice world champion. Caven dropping down. Asir in 5th. But as you said, they must be very satisfied with the points. It's all about consistency, and we can see you can do a bad result in one race and good results in the others and still win. Mark rounding coming in. The last top mark rounding, it is Moro di Napoli in the lead, followed with his teammate Improduti, and then we have Johannes Barnsen dropping to 3rd. Caven, there's a gap down there to the British, and Asir in 5th, battling his way up. He must be satisfied with that 5th position. And KTR also coming in.
Yeah, totally. Like the Italians did a really great job there. I think it's a whole new esport team, and they're doing a really good job there. Also, like you mentioned, Asir, I think normally he's always aiming for the 1st place, but with such a strong fleet, like a 5th place is really, really good. And especially after his 1st race, he will be happy. And
yeah, it's all about the points. It's all about the points. And remember, when we're coming into the medal race, points count double. Here we see the wind shadow in action. Johannes Barnsen attacking Diego. And he didn't manage to do it. They're switching positions now. So right now, they make Di Napoli sailing away. But now, Caven finds coming in. It's a very close race. 3 boats battling for that 2nd place. Penalty to Johannes. So unlucky. So what happened, Roxy, here?
so that's the case what I meant. Like Johannes tried to get into that fight and got a penalty there. And right now he's in 4th position. So lost something. So probably in that case, you just try to secure 3rd place, but it was really, really close. Like, I thought he would cross him without a penalty, but...
Oh, he's losing one position for that one. Asir almost coming up and taking it also. So the first 5 boats coming in, double Italian on the podium. Norsit's coming in, Trap coming in, KTR, Vidbury. Then we have Dudang. We have Peditro 22, just taking points on the finish line. Gadek getting a penalty, dropping 3 positions on the finish line. Wilhelmsley coming in, Yutzio and Rommel, the Swedish champion, getting a penalty on the finish line. So confirmation, we have Italians in the lead. We have Caven, British in 3rd, Johannes Barnsen in 4th, Asir in 5th. But let's just go down. The leader of the last race, ending up in position 15. And when we are watching here, it's a good start for the Italians, but it's actually Asir, Roxy, doing the best job here. Can you explain a little bit about these numbers?
Yeah, totally. He got the best average speed and the best maximum speed. So I think he was always like in big pressure. So he was sailing with the wind. But what mostly is really good is the shortest distance sailed. It's also very, very important. And these are the numbers. And we also see like largest number of penalties, Johannes Barnsen, and he still managed to finish in 4th position, which is quite impressive in such a strong fleet.
Yeah, and we are seeing here how the battle was. In the 49er, we normally say they are winning the boat upwind. And Caven, fantastic upwind leg, the first leg he had. But also the last upwind leg, there he lost a little position. There it was the Italians doing it best. So a 49er upwind, if you're really nailing that one, then you're actually nailing the race in total. We're waiting for sail ranks to be updated. Let's go in studio just for a few seconds until we get the result overall. Roxy, what a good start we had here today. It's a high level. We've even seen two former vice world champion Asir and Ramon having a hard time against these talent sailors. So what does this mean for eSailing in general?
Oh, we see that the number of players is increasing, but also like the really skill level of the players. It's crazy to qualify for an event like that. Some sailors sailed over 100 races because the competition is just so tough. And most of the people qualified for this event, they got 10 bullets, 10 first places out of 15 races. And right now it's totally different because it's such a strong fleet. Everyone is so good. So you also, I don't know, have to live with the 10th place and still.
Yeah,
Not
we
too
have
bad, yeah.
to. Let's go into Silrang and see how we have to live with it. And there we have the result coming up. Azir taking the lead with that 5th place, getting 7 points. Then we have Prodigo going up in 2nd with 12. Lordbury with 13. Morodia and Napoli getting in with 14 points. Dudang 14 points. KTR 14 points. And remember, it's all about going in to top 5. And let's, Roxy, before we're going into race number 3, let's hear some tips and tricks from some of the sailors how to do this.
Tips and tricks in VR. What is my favorite top tips? So first one, constantly zoom out and watch the wind progression.
3 tricks would be use the 2D view when checking the bias on the start line and the gate.
The main trick I would say would be the fake jibes and fake tacks, because some people you can catch them out on, but if they know you well, then you can't really get away with it.
Look in the right space before starting and watch where your opponents are going and what speed.
And then the power tax is also quite powerful, where you bear away before you click the tack button. Especially good in the J70 and the F50.
Another one would probably be the penalty start. That's a good trick I've learned off other people, and it seemed to work perfectly fine.
Then I think just stay far away from other boats so you don't get all these stupid penalties.
And Roxy, we are ready for race number 3. And if we press race number 3 on there, then we are getting ready for it. And there we have to start going. So let's go in game for it. Let's switch to my big screen. There we go. Race number 3 is up. And Roxy, this time we're going into the laser. And let's see the format of this race.
I'm really happy that I won the first ever Olympic Virtual Series in the laser class. It takes a lot of effort to be at the top level, and I'm really happy that it paid off. eSailing is one of the first esports that associated with the Olympics, and I'm really happy that I'm part of this historic moment.
So we are getting ready here. It's race number 3. We just, sorry, we got Havuk in there. Roxy, we are in a 49er. So,
we are in a laser,
laser, sorry. Yeah. And it's a whole other type of boat we're getting in now.
It is. We see a lot of
penalty starts there.
Penalty
2 seconds.
Starts, yeah.
There we go. Penalty starts, and see, it's all red, all of it, and some of them all even got false start. KTR, Anna's also got Lordbury, and Norsiet's getting up when hitting the committee boat. Terrible start by all of them, but it's Prodigo and it's Will Hemsley getting the best start, and they are here in the middle, side by side, covering each other at the moment.
Yeah, that's a really tough situation. Like VH, JBR, maybe try later to sail a bit higher than Best BMG, just to give bad air to Rodrigo. But will be interesting.
It's very interesting. Let's see how this will go on. Here we have Vid going in. We have Prodigo. We have Will Hemsley. He's here in second, side by side, and Will cannot do anything before the Italian tacks up. Then we have opposite CMA and Pedito 22 going to the right-hand side. Why are they doing that, Roxy?
I think right now there is a right shift on the right side on the radar and a left shift on the left side. So actually you need to decide on which way you want to go. Normally in that case, the middle is not that good. That's why maybe they see more wind on the right side.
Yeah, and let's go back to the leading pack. Gadek is here. We can see they're attacking up. Prodigo coming up. Will Hemsley following him. Trap following him. Dudang and Gadek. And right now, according to server, Dudang and Trap and LG are in a better position than the 2 other leading pairs. Why are they that? Because if Prodigo, he tacks and cross to the left-hand side, do you think he can penalize the others?
Actually, they're really slowing down with a tag, and as he has to do, yeah, I think he will be behind if we tag right now, especially as the left shift is getting bigger and bigger. So I think Gadek is in a really, really strong position right now, and probably he will be first at the first mark.
Gadek, he's in 7, Dudang in 6, LG in 5th, Trap in 3rd, and opposite side, CMA still going to the right-hand side, but see how far away he is from rest of the fleet. He will be out of reach for them, but Azir taking the lead. But isn't he also too far away from the leading pack in here?
He is, and especially as it is such a strong left shift, you will see right now that the ranking will change, and yeah, you see already that he's falling down the leaderboard, and that's what I meant with, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really strong to be on the left side right now.
And wind shift coming in. We can see all the dotted lines here. That's the ley line. It's showing the best possible angle towards the mark. The last possible angle also with the best maximum speed. And here we are, Gadek. He's in 5th. Dudang in 3rd. And you might be right, Dudang in the lead. And we still have to fight in between Will Hemsley and Prodigo. They continue fighting and continue losing momentum. So quite interesting, that fight. Oi, penalty to Will. Oi, what happened?
Yeah, he just did attack, and but when you're attacking, you need to stay clear of any other boat, and that was just too close to do attack there. And Yutsuki was over the ley line, so he was going down and speed up, so he was really fast, maybe. Yeah. And there we go. We see Gadek again.
He's in the lead.
First mark in first.
Dudang in 2nd tonight. It's a French night. And an Italian coming in, getting another penalty. And this time it was the penalty because the right away was from LG. He came from port side, the Italian. The same thing Will Hemsley did here. So Yutsuki making another penalty to Will Hemsley in this case. So a whole new leading pack. Where is Azir? He is in 7th position. And Gadek, he's in the lead, the leader of the first race, taking the lead again. But now we're going downwind, and this is the laser. It has a much bigger wind shadow. And so how to use this wind shadow here in the laser?
Yeah, you can really slow down the other boats. But on the other side, like you see, they're not really aiming to give bad air to the others. They just, everyone tries to stay out of any bad air from the others, and that's why you see a big split on the front pack. They all could sail more aggressive, but like you see in the race before, you don't want to sail over aggressive when you're in front. You just try to defend your good position.
Yeah, and then we can see in position 6 we had Yutsuki, and amazing, he's sitting in Japan at the moment, playing. It's middle of the night, as I remember, 3 in the night at the moment. He's in 6 at the moment, going downwind, but right now we can also see, and one thing we can see in this laser, see, it has no spinnaker, it has no big sail, so it's going downwind at the moment with 1 sail. Here we go. Dudang caught in wind shadow, but it's too late to do anything about it. They're rounding the gate mark, and it doesn't matter which side. It's all about following the side you're closest to. Trap coming in. Then we have Prodigo coming in, Yutsuki, and then Will Hemsley. See how far he dropped down because of that battle he had with Prodigo earlier. Azir coming in 7. Caven. And then Lord Bury. Let's trying to following the leading pack. See, the fleet in this case is very spread out. So what does this say about the level of tonight?
Oh, actually, like we see top players already again in the back, and people before being in front, that it's a really strong fleet there. Yeah, the laser's very special boat. Actually, it's not my favorite boat in eSailing, but it is in real life because it's a very physical boat.
But in eSailing, it's a little bit slower and a little bit more tactical and strategic than the other boats. Here you really need to both be good upwind and downwind, but special downwind, you really need to nail it. But now we are seeing Azir, he's taking 2nd according to the server, but where he's placed at the moment. Let's try to find him. He's all by the left-hand side as the only one.
Yeah.
So is that a good choice by him, or will he drop down again as we saw in the last race?
It depends how the wind will evolve. We see really strong left shift, but this really strong left shift is more on the right side, and he's on the left side right now. And on the left side is a really small right shift, what is now going into a left shift. So it can be really good, but I think he will not reach Gadek, because also the left shift is now getting neutral on the right side. So yeah.
And he's losing a little bit momentum. He's slower, 4.1, and the others sailing 4.2, 4.5. So he's in a lighter wind position at the moment. So that's also affecting his lead at the moment. So Gadek, he's taking the lead, and he's doing it quite well. And then we have a battle for third and fourth actually here. Let's see if they're going in and taking second. Trap coming in. Can he do anything? No, he's behind these two boats. So this is the top three at the moment. Gadek, LG7 and Dudang. Again, French domination. And that's a long time since we have seen the French in the lead of a race like this.
We see the top five are all from French. Right now Yutsuki's going into it, but it's crazy, like really high skilled players there.
Yeah, and normally these skilled players, I'm calling them the next generation, the next talents. And the reason why I'm doing that, because tomorrow we have 20 highly skilled players, and sometimes these guys, some of them looks like they're just there to play when they're meeting those, but tonight they're really showing high level. Trap coming in third, LG in second. This is going to be a close one. Will we have a penalty? Penalty for Trap in this case, and he was caught in what are you guys calling this, leeward windward situation, or right away port side starboard? So in this case, Will coming up in fifth and Dudang in fourth. So Will is winning the momentum upwind against Podigo. So they're going to battle again downwind as they've been doing the whole race. But see, Gadek going to win this race. LT7 in second. But now we have to battle for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Yutsuki can come in and do something. So what to do? What to do, Roxy, when you're going downwind?
Yeah, like you see, just try to stay out of any bad air. Sometimes it's really hard. But that is what everyone is trying to do right now. And you really see everyone is doing their own race. You don't see a lot of fights there because, I don't know, they're just trying to defend their position. And we see Asia on 9th position there. So the left side really didn't pay it off. But that's like the game. It's like real life. Sometimes you see a shift, and in the end, it doesn't come like you want.
So you think these players are playing tactical with the scoreboard at the moment?
Yeah, of course. Right now, everyone knows their position. Top 10 is quite good. Why should we try to get too much into fights there? And also Pitrigo goes over the ley lines just to stay out of any trouble. Yeah. And probably he will. He's hoping that the others will fight and maybe someone get a penalty.
But it's also all about getting a top 5 tonight. Not just winning, but just getting to top 5. So 1/4 of these sailors will go into the victory. But see, we have a battle on the finish line. Who will take that point? It is going to be Dudang taking it, I think so. They're crossing it at the same time, but it looks like he was winning. Yutsuki coming in 7. Asir battling with Lord Buri, and they're pushing each other. Asir take that victory. But while they're battling, we're seeing KGR coming in. A little bit too late, but he takes 10th position. And now the rest of the fleet coming in nice and slow. A small battle with Ramon and Amos down here. Peditro, 22, the Italian champion, 2019, coming in here. And then Rommel from Sweden battling Moro Di Napoli. And Moro Di Napoli, he was in the lead in some of the first races, but in this race, he's losing the momentum. Let's get in and get the confirmation while they're crossing the line. Gadek with a victory. LG7 in second, Dudang in third, Pishnet in fourth, Wilhelmsley in fifth, Podigo in sixth, Yutsuki in seven, Azure in eight. So again, a very, very close fight, and the only one we are seeing continuous in the lead is Garrick. Here we have the stats. Roxy, what can you tell us about it?
Oh, the stats are crazy, but we see like Garrick, he had a best average speed and he had the shortest distance sailed, and normally this combination always leads to win. We see, yeah, CMA, CGM has 10 penalties. In the laser, it's really easy because it's such a fast boat. Also, the controls are quite hard, so especially on a downwind, it's really easy to get a penalty. And Pitchnet did 37 jibes, what is quite impressive.
Quite impressive downwind, doing so many jibes. And every time you jibe, you lose momentum. If we're seeing Moradi Napoli, he was part of the leading pack in the start. He started in position 7, and then penalty after penalty after penalty, dropped to 19. Also getting a penalty against the Swedish champion Rommel, and getting in position 18. And what can we say about this one, Roxy? If you have to tell a small story, who is the big victor and who's the big loser of this one?
Let's see, a big winner. I think a big winner, it looks like Pishnet, because he was at the first mark, he was, oh no, he had a really bad start, but he fought back and finished in top 5.
Yeah.
A really bad race was Moro di Napoli. He had a really strong start, but I think he got some penalties there. And in the end, another one.
Yeah, but that's how the story is for them. Let's go into studio just for a few sec. Silranks is getting ready to update it. Roxy, now we've been seeing 3 different types of boats. We have been seeing a Nacra, a 49er, and a laser. All 3 Olympic classes. And what if you have to say 3 different, how different these 3 boats are in a very few sentences? What is the special thing with the Nacra 17?
The special is that it is foiling, so it's really, really fast, and you can decide, do you want to go really fast and foiling, or you can also go really high if you want to catch the mark, for example, because it's faster than doing 2 tags. And in the Olympics, it's really special because it's mixed, so a man is sailing with a woman, what is really cool, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then we have the 49er. It looks like an airplane in the game. Isn't also that on the water? And does it fly the same way as a Nacra?
It's also a really cool boat because both sailors are, I don't know, hanging out there, and it's a very technical boat, so you need to sail it a lot in real life to get really into the top players and sailors there.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm just getting notification that Silranks is ready, so let's go in and see what happened after this race. There we go. And Azure still in the lead with an 8th position, and that's only because Garrick, he's got a victory, position 15, a victory, and getting 17 points. And the same thing we see with Dudang, a 3rd, 11, and 3rd. So quite interesting that Azure keeping himself in the middle will keep the lead of this, but see the score here, Roxy. 15, 17, 17, 18, 18, 22, 24, 26. So top 8 is very, very close, and it's all about being in top 5. So everything can happen. Everything from, I have to say, from number 12 till the lead can lose this and get out of top 5. But remember, we're going into 3 more races. We're going to have a Nacra 17 in a few seconds. But before that, let's go back to the intro we had before with Havuk and hear how it was to win the Olympic Virtual Series.
I'm really happy that I won the first ever Olympic Virtual Series in the laser class. It takes a lot of effort to be at the top level, and I'm really happy that it paid off. eSailing is one of the first esports that associated with the Olympics, and I'm really happy that I'm part of this historic moment.
It's really hard on a reaching start. It's very important to have a good start. You can decide whether you start with a spinnaker or not. And as the first mark is coming really, really soon, you really try to stay far on the left, because then you have right of way. That's why we see a lot of people trying to stay on the left side there. And what we see now, everyone is very close to the line. Like, at the first race, they were really passive, but right now they're all...
1, 2, 3, 4 penalties. CMNA, false start. Rommel, Witt, Wilhelmsley, LG7. That means they have to go back around the mark. And let's see what happens. As Sear here keeping out trouble. It's Gadek in the lead again. He wants to be in the final tomorrow. Trapped with a penalty. Now they're going downwind. They're going around the reach mark. And we see this group going to the right-hand side, and we see some of the boats going to the left-hand side. What is the wrong thing of being here on the right-hand side when you're approaching this gate mark?
Well, actually, you don't have rough ray, so that can be really costly. But on the other side, there you have mark room. That means even if you don't have right of way, you have room there. And we don't see a lot of penalties.
No, it's a very fair race, but Johannes Barnsen and Yutsuki with penalties in this case here. And now they are going upwind. And in the NACRA 17, we have an upwind where you can sail wherever you want. If we're doing in the game and also in real life, we have SailGP where they're also doing the same format in race course. Then when they're going upwind, they have boundaries. So if you don't need to think about boundaries, what to think when you're going upwind, because we can see they're going way, way far away from these gate marks up there. Is that a good decision?
Yeah, right now they're on a strong left shift, and if you don't have gate marks, you sail all the way with the left shift, and you hope that a right shift, or at least it's getting neutral in the end. That's why they're all going to the right side there. If you have gate marks, it's way more tactical, because you know there's a left shift, but you cannot sail it forever, and it's also quite interesting.
And that's the special with the boundaries. Here we have Gadek in the lead, and this time the guy losing last race, Moro Di Napoli, he's currently in second. Amas going to the opposite side of the others, losing momentum. There we're coming in. It's the mark rounding. 2 Italians coming up. Penalty to Di Napoli, made by Caven. KGR coming in. Asir in 12th. 14 dropping down. Oh, this is very crowded. This can be very costly. We have a leading pack going away in the left-hand side. It is Di Napoli, it's KGR, it's Caven, it's Prodico, and it's Gadek. And then we have a group in the opposite side with Wilhelmsley, Lord Bury, Amos, and Dudang. So who is doing the best tactic now, Roxy?
I think they have more pressure there. So it looks like the yellow boats, they could be in front on the... Oh yeah, it looks really good.
It's a good move by Dudang in this case. He's coming in. He's in third at the moment. And now, which gate will they take? Which way will they go? Gadek coming first. Prodico going with it. Dudang going opposite. Caven penalty opposite side. again to Di Napoli. It's not his race. And KTR also picks one up. And here in RSM, Ama's also getting one. So now we have a race for the top 5 going upwind. But it looks like Gade keeping himself in the middle. Dudang dropping to 3rd. Pedico and then Caven. And then we have Pedito 22 going away from them.
Yeah, it's really risky what Petito is doing right now because they're still on the left shift. But I think Gadek is the man of the day right now. He's going for the 3rd bullet today in race 4. And I think he's risking a lot. That's why we also saw one bad race from him. But it pays off.
Yeah, there's also a lot on stake. Top 5 will go into the grand final tomorrow, where the winner of tomorrow's grand final will get a direct spot for the eSailing World Championship 21. And that's what they're fighting for to qualify for that grand final. And it's all about being in top 5. Gadek in the lead and Pedico in 2nd. And then we have Dudang coming in here. He's a little bit, he's port side. And then we come in here and see here. Then he goes and follow rest of the 2 leaders. And now it's all about not getting a penalty. They're going for the reach mark. Di Napoli fighting his way back up. Penalty! I said no penalties. Lord Bury getting one. KTR coming in. And let's see how costly that will be. He might lose 3-4 position. Another penalty to Trap in this case. Oosh. Close race. They're going for the reach mark. And it looks like we're having a small battle up here in the leading pack. It's good survive by Gadek. Pedico coming in. Dudang, he's in trouble. Di Napoli coming in with speed. Now he cannot take it. Penalty behind us. It's Peditro. Another penalty to Lord Bury. In this case, Rommel, the Swedish player also. CMA. Oi, oi, oi. All of them. See how costly those penalties are. So, Roxy, how does it feel to get a penalty just before the finish line in this case?
Oh, it's crazy. You cannot do anything, and you see all the boats coming from behind really fast, and you're just hoping that they don't overtake you. But yeah, I know that situation quite well.
We know that situation quite well. This was race number 4. Gadek, 3 victories tonight. We will see him in the grand final tomorrow if he not disconnect in the last races. Pedico in 2nd, Dudang in 3rd. But let's just go down the list. Ramon, Vice World Champion in 9th. Asir in 14, Rommel, Swedish champion in 16, CMA in 19. No. It's changing again. And here we have the stat, Roxy. Caven with a good start, but Garnet had the best average speed, but he didn't sail the shortest distance. That was Di Napoli.
Yeah, that's quite impressive. But maybe Gadek was more under pressure, and Di Napoli sailed more the wind shifts. And yeah, how it looks that the wind speed paid off this time.
The wind speed paid off this time, and we can say one thing is impressive. We saw Di Napoli getting 2 penalties in total, but he ended up in a 4th position. Caven, he was the loser in that battle. And then we can see Will Hemsley in racing for the reach mark, winning 2 positions. And Asir, he's winning 3 positions in the last upwind and race for the reach mark. Impressive race by all of them. If you're going to analyze it a little bit, what does this result say about Asir in this case? Is he a little bit nervous?
Maybe he is. Actually, he's in front of the fleet, after race 3. And sometimes I think he's aiming for too much. Like when he's in 7th position or something like that, he tries to get in front. He tries to do everything to get into maybe top 3 or something. And maybe that costs him also some places. And yeah, in the start, he had a really, really strong start. You see the 2nd best start. He nailed the start, but he was on the right side. And that's why he couldn't really sail his own race. He was always in a pack of others. And
Yeah. And with that said, Roxy, let's go to sail ranks and see what this means for the overall result. And there we go, the Nacra's in there, and Gadek, victory, 15, victory, victory. And we're going into race number 5, so that's the last race. So what we need to do of mathematics now, it's all about ending in top 5 tonight to go into the grand final. And right now, Azir, KGR, Wilhelmsley, Lord Bury, Caven, Pinchnet, Di Napoli, Johannes Barnsen, these 6 players can all go into top 5 or lose top 5. It looks like Gadek, Prodigo and Dudang is secured in this case. Or what do you think, Roxy?
Oh, it's really tough right now. Like, I think the first step is just to get into the medal race. Last time I was, I don't know, top 3 before the last race, and then I just throw it down because I was a bit nervous and I tried to stay in front. But I think for the people in top 10 right now, they just should focus on a defensive tactic just to sail a solid race. You don't have to be first. You just need to, get into the medal.
It just needs to go into the middle. And how does it feel? You have been in these race 5 before. Under the Olympic Virtual Series, you were so close to get into the middle race. But then you were so nervous and just missed it with 1 point. So what is going through the minds of the sailors right now?
I think they're really nervous. And like, they know this is the last chance to qualify for tomorrow's grand final. Like, in my case, I was thinking like, okay, shit, but maybe next time I can qualify again. But this is like the last time they can qualify. So all on that race right now.
I'm getting the notification that the players are getting ready in race number 5. So let's visit them in a few seconds before starting the race. Let's jump in game just to see what's happening here. It's race number 5 coming up, Roxy, at the moment, and that's a very crucial race for all of them. They really want to win this race to be in top 5 going into the medal race. So how much does 2 points mean for them in between the players when they're going into a medal race?
In a medal race, it's a whole new race. Like, they look at a scoreboard, they try to, they count already, they try to imagine in their head what place I need to be. But as it's not going for Olympic medal right now, they're just trying to stay in top 5. Probably they just should focus on a really good medal race, on a fast medal race, and not really counting too much because focusing on that, it's really hard in the head to focus on the race.
Yeah, and we are getting ready for the race number 5 to start. It is the 49er. We are in Kiel, a sailing city of Kiel, former Olympic city, and penalties for hitting the committee boat. Sometimes these penalties can be good for the boats because now they cannot get a penalty, but it's too late. See how they're crowded. A lot of penalties in this start. All of them taking a chance going to the right-hand side at the moment. And we can also see the biases saying that the right-hand side is good for them. So, Roxy, the game is on. It's all about being in top 5, and it's Azir in the lead, followed with Peditro 22 on the inside and Trap. So who's in the best position? The opposite side with the Gadek or the side with Azir?
Oh, it's really hard to say. Azir is already sailing on the left shift, but it looks like the left shift will hold on. So Gadek is also in a really strong position. And I think there's also more priests on the left side. So
Peditro crossing in, going behind the others. Bury, he needs to bear away not to get a penalty. So let's see what Azir is doing. He's going all the way to the right-hand side towards the ley line. And now he's dropping down in positions. And Gadek is in the lead in the opposite side. This is the battle for top 5 or top 10 to go into the medal race. Only top 10 goes to the medal race and then to top 5. But it's very important points for all of them. Pudico, Rommel, Di Napoli, Azir, Tristan Perron coming in. He's still in the lead. Opposite side, Norsiets, and then in the middle here we have Gadek. Will he take another victory? So What to do, Roxy? Who's positioned best, the right-hand side or the left-hand side at the moment?
I think right now it is the right-hand side. It looks like the left shift is getting stronger again, so it will be very, very close. But we see Asir is over the ley line. He already knew that left shift is coming back. That's why he sailed over the ley line, and I think he will be... Ooh, that's really close.
Penalty to Pedico. He just hit Asir in that one, didn't bear enough away. And that's giving Asir a fantastic lead. Pedico 22 coming in. Pedico dropping down. Penalty to Rommel, the Swedish national champion. KGR from Japan. I know it's the middle of the night. Unfortunately, he's getting a penalty also there. And that's a very costly one, special in the 49er. But don't worry, it's the upwind you win the 49er, and downwind you defend your position. So let's see what happens. It looks like Asir has a huge gap. Peditro also, Pedico, and then third, fourth, and fifth is going to battle for position.
Yeah, and Asir, he just do the right thing. You see there's more pressure on the right downwind side. That's where he's going in. And you also see the second boat. He's not really trying to cover him up. He also tried to secure a second position, and
yeah, and
like 60 meters lead is quite a lot.
And here we see the secondary positions. They're getting wind shadow of each other. They're so close to each other. So they need to jibe away to get out of the dirty air. See, Di Napoli, and that's very important. He doesn't lose more point, losing 2 positions because he needs to bear away. Will Hemsley coming in. Rommel from Sweden coming in. We have Lord Bury, we have Pedico, we have Peditro 22, Gardek. Oh, the leader in 7. This is not his boat. Oish. KGR with a penalty just hit Rommel from Sweden. So it looks like Gardek doesn't love these 49ers. He actually losing with the 49 at the moment.
Oh, actually, he's on 7th place. What is in a strong fleet, still very strong. Yeah. What we also have to have a look on is Johannes Bahnsen, currently in 10th position, and I think he's 11th overall before that race. So it's really close getting into the medal race.
It's a very close race, and it's all the points counts, but Asir securing his top 10 for the medal race. Gardek also, Pedico also, but who will join these 3 sailors in the medal race, the last race in the laser, the tactical, the strategic race, the race number 6, the middle race. But here, Rommel 9th, Bury 7, Peditro, he's tacking a little bit earlier. Asir, comfortable lead, nobody can touch him, unless it's going quite well for Gardek and Ramon in the opposite side. So let's see what happens. Do you think they can manage to go up and take him?
No, actually not, because it's a right shift right now, and I think they will go down the leaderboard really soon. Probably I see him in about, I don't know, 5th position, the first mark.
Yeah, it looks like he's dropping down Gardek, and let's see Asir coming in, comfortable lead. Peditro, he needs to do a double tack, so that might give Pedico a chance to go in second. Let's see, that's going to be a very close battle. Peditro coming in. No, he has enough weight for it. Oh, going close to that mark. He didn't have to do that. Pedico coming in, covering him up. They're side by side a little bit early with that spinnaker. Then Lord Bury, then Di Napoli, Rommel, Gardek, Will Hemsley, Johannes Bahnsen, KGR, Ramon coming in, Yutsuki, Dudang. Ooh, Dudang in 12th. This can be very costly. But right now, it looks like Asir from France, Peditro 22 from Italy, Pedico from Italy, and the Czech Republic's Lord Bury. They are in a comfortable position. Penalty to Gardek. He's dropping down now. That's good news for the players coming from behind him. So, Roxy, can they be satisfied with the points they have right now? Do you think they've been doing the math? Because it doesn't look like they're attacking each other that much. And Ramon trying to go another opposite way.
So actually Gardek is already safe, so he will be quite fine with his position. Also like the top 3, they don't really try to attack each other. what is interesting is Johannes Barnson. I'm not sure if the 10th place is enough for him, so maybe he needs to go on attack. But I don't have the math in my head right now.
Let's see what happens. Azir coming in, taking this victory. Then we have, oh, it's a close call. It's Peditro 10-2 taking it. Then it's Empodico, Lordbury 4th. Then we have Di Napoli, Rommel, Wilhelmsley. Then we have Gardic. And we have KTI. It's going to be a close one. It's Johannes Barnson taking that point. And remember, all points counts. And who will be Norsiets coming in last position? Overall score, and this is the interesting one. Azir victory. Rommel 5th. Di Napoli 6th. Wilhelmsley 7th. Gardic 8th. Johannes Barnson 9th. Dudang 12th. Ramon 13th. Caven, who had a chance to be in top 5, 16th position. Oh, this is a hard one. And what these stats is, again, very different from the other ones. So, again, a close race, huh, Roxy?
Oh, it is. Totally. We see Azir with the best average speed. He really tried to stay in the breeze. He has not the short and consistent sail. We saw he went quite over the ley line, but with going over the ley line, he went down a bit, and that's why he had such a big speed.
Yeah, and we can see here, but he was also a little bit safe. He had a fantastic good upwind when he was going upwind, and he did quite well there.
And you see no changes between the top 4 players. Like, they were all happy with their position. They don't try to attack and to be able to also lose positions. They just did a really good race. I'm also really happy for Rommel. I think he had a really tough night today. And to finish with a 5th position that Regatta, I'm quite happy for him.
Quite happy for him. That's actually going quite well. Our race officers are quite fast tonight. We already have sail ranks ready. But before going into sail ranks, remember, you need to watch top 10. It's top 10 that's going into the last medal race and going to battle for top 5 going in to the grand final tomorrow. So let's see the sail ranks. And there we go. Watch these stats. Empodico, Italy, taking the lead with 23 points, Roxy. So that 8th position was very costly for Gardic. Azir dropping down to 3rd with 13 points. Dudang, 32 points. Lordbury, 38 points. Wilhelmsley, 40 points. KDR, 40 points. But the big loser, Johannes Barnson, losing. Tie with Caven in this case. But the reason why he's losing is because Caven, he got a 3rd position. He had one position that was better than Johannes Barnson in one of the race. So
that's what I meant. Every point counts, and that's why I also said maybe this time he needs to fight for a better position. But yeah, very close call, and but a really strong top 10.
A really strong top 10. And Roxy, that's a very strong top 10 we have there. And we can't tell who's winning, and it's actually also very close for top 5. I'm just getting a message in my ear that somebody in the chat writing, hey, let's see the sail ranks again, because we need to calculate top 5. You're a little bit fast tonight, Thomas. So let's go into sail ranks once again. There we go. Let's see top 5. Right now in 5th position, Lordbury, 38 points. And remember, when we're going into a medal race, the points count double. So right now, it looks really bad for Lordbury, Wilhelmsley, KGR, Di Napoli. Those 4 players we need to keep an extra eye on. But if you're losing, you will get 20 points. And if you're winning, you're getting 2 points. So basically, all players can be in top 5. Am I right or wrong, Roxy, in this case?
No, you're totally right. And as I said, normally you can focus on one player to defend. But in Barry's situation right now, you need to focus just to sail a really good race and to stay in front of nearly everyone. And yeah, that will be really intense for him. Also the others, they really try to stay in front of Barry.
But it's
I think
intense. It's intense, Roxy. Let's hear a little bit about Lucas Moore when he won the Olympic Virtual Series in the 49er. We had a special interview with him.
Winning the 49er Olympic Virtual Series 49er final was not something I expected, especially after the first race. But it's, now that I think back at it, it's something that's really awesome. And if it only happens every 4 years, then, you know, it's just even bigger experience.
So what do you think about that the Olympics jumped into esport?
Oh, it's totally cool. They reach a lot of young people, also older people. Everyone is able to qualify for the Virtual Olympics. What is, I think, totally different to the normal sports, where you really need to fight hard. And yeah, I think it's a great chance and a great combination. Also, like it was the first Olympics. I was cheering for sailors from other countries like Bart Lambrix, Joan Cardona, who are competing in eSailing against me, and that was
let's
quite
let's just check the list. I can a lot of these e-sailors or people we are seeing on the e-sail stage. Joan Cardona winning bronze medal today in the Finn. Bart Lambrix getting 6 overall together with Pin van Woek, also playing e-sailing. Then we have Diego Boting. Sadly, he got 4th with his skipper, also an e-sailor. So a lot of these sailors are also high-level e-sailers. Example, Joan Cardona, bronze medal Olympics, e-sailing world champion 2020. It's hard to say. But enough about that. I know the final is there, the medal race is there. Top 5 will go into the grand finale tomorrow. So who will join us tomorrow's grand final? Let's get ready to go in game. The scoreboard with us at the moment. So there we have the medal race coming in with us. And the 1 minute warning, it is the laser. We are... when we are in a race like this, we have a medal race coming in, and there we go. It's the medal race coming in here, and the start's coming in. There's 10 players, Roxy. So what to think? There's a little bit more space for it. So what to do in this start?
Oh, actually, what you see normally, it's everyone tries to really just nail the start. They're focusing really much. They don't want to get any penalty or an early start, because that in that strong fleet could already cost everything. Yeah. I think that penalty from Asir was on purpose.
Yeah,
but,
I think so also. Check. But a false start for Gadek. Was that a false start for Gadek? Let's see. No, it was not a false start. He just got a penalty by Asir when he came out from it.
Across.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What a crazy. He managed to do that with the penalty. And this is the difference from real sailing and e-sailing. Here you can use the rules a little bit more. But here, KGR, 2nd place. Lord Bury, 3rd place. Gadek in 9th. Empredito in 10th. The 2 leaders are dropping down in this start. As said, everything is possible in this medal race. So, right now, we can't tell who will be in the medal race, but it looks like it's in the grand finals more Asir, KGR, Wilhelmsty, Lordbury, Dudang. They are in there, but it's a very long race coming up.
It is. And they did just a great day today, and Prodigo and Gadek. I'm pretty sure they will come back.
pretty sure
actually
they
they
will
had
come back. Let's see.
they had a nice lead, so maybe even with that position they are able to get into top 5.
Yeah. And then let's zoom down on this Japanese sailor. It's the middle of the night in Japan. He has the Olympics home at his race course at the moment in Hiroshima. KGR, and the most impressive of this the Japanese sailor here is he's known for using no race helps when he's qualifying for events. So he knows this game to the edge. It's amazing, huh?
It is. I'm honest, I'm a bit lazy, and I couldn't imagine to play without race helps anymore. But I think it is kind of good to sail sometimes without race helps and without best BMG, because you get a way better boat control. And so also for beginners, I would recommend to sometimes use to sail without best BMG.
And did you see what just happened here? Wind shift, they're all tacked away, they all get ready to cross to the left-hand side ley line. Lord Bury dropped to 6, Peditro 9th, Will in 4th, Dudang in 5th. Caven needs to go behind. He might get a penalty. No, he bears away. He takes penalty. It's the other boat. So close, and now he's dropping down, but still last. Pedit go, and then we're seeing where's Gardic? Gardic taking a chance together with Di Napoli in the left-hand side, but are they too far away? Another battle. Will Hemsley with a penalty, sailing into Lord Bury in this case. Whoosh. This is not over. This is only the first leg upwind. Oy, oy, oy. But it's a Sear and right now Di Napoli and KGR taking top 3.
Yeah, it's a really close race, and what was quite interesting was that the whole fleet was going to the left side. Even they sailed against the wind shift, but they knew that the wind shift is getting stronger and stronger, and that's why they take that in into their...
Oh, Peditro getting a penalty by Caven. He's getting back. But here we also have a battle. Lord Bury pushed out by Dudang. Then we have KGR. This is an important battle. None of those two sailors here, Asir and KGR, wants a penalty. They just want to keep their position. So if they team up instead of battling each other, they will both be in top 5. So very interesting what they will do. Will they play aggressive, or will they just keep their position, focus on the players behind them instead of the players in front of them? Mark rounding coming up, Roxy. They're all coming from starboard. This only means one thing. It's downwind the action is coming.
I totally agree. And I think this time in the medal race, we see a bit more aggressive players, especially in behind, because they know every point is counted double.
Oh, Gardic with a penalty. Number 2 overall list and number 1. They are in 10th and 9th position. This might be game over. This might be their chance. But they need Gardic. He needs to be 7 or 8 to keep his position. He is in the lead. But it looks hard for Pedigo. But now you say aggressive play downwind. Let's see. Oh, Will, he's attacking Lord Bury, but he's also under pressure by Di Napoli. Caven, he's trying to sneak away. So they're using the wind shadow now to attack each other.
Yeah, totally. And as Gardic and Prodigo are in the last places, it's also the chance for Asir to win the Regatta in total.
And that might be a good victory for him. But let's see. Everything is open. They're going downwind. Right now, they're not attacking that much. There's a little bit of attack here. See, Will Hemsley under pressure, 7.8. Di Napoli attacking him. He needs to do something or else he'll get a penalty. Gardic coming back. He has a chance if there's a penalty in front of him. 1-2 players getting a penalty. Then he will be back in the lead or back in top 5 with a 6th position. He's getting closer to Peditro 22. Caven also. So, the battles in front of Gardic can open up this race for him again. Oh, this is interesting. Roxy?
Ooh, there's a really close
penalty to Asir. It is KGR knocking out the French. Asir, Tristan Barong getting a penalty, but they're side by side. But it's KGR. He's on the inside now. Another penalty coming up, this time for Peditro 22, and this is what we were speaking about. Gardic, he has a chance to come back in the race now. No, he got a penalty.
Oh.
He sailed into cave and fired. No.
And Prodigo
no.
also was another penalty, hitting the mark.
Prodigo,
Oh.
no, number two and number one getting a penalty in this case. What are they thinking about? They have a chance to get back in this race. Amazing. But KGR, what a race by the Japanese sailor here. And Roxy.
What a race.
Yeah, what a race.
I'm not sure.
Who do you think?
As there's a right shift.
Yeah,
As there's a right shift right now, I don't think that KGR can cross over Asir. Right now, I would see Asir in front there.
Yeah, but they can be very happy with first and second. It's a middle race. And remember, top 5 goes into the grand final tomorrow. And KGR and Asir, they're pretty secured with this one. But 3rd, 4th, 5th is all open at the moment. But remember, if Gardic, he's in 8 now. If he gets up in 7, he may be safe himself. Prodigo in 9th. So what's happening here? They battling each other again, first and second, battling each other. Oh, he's so close with another penalty. Just surviving that one. KGR going on the inside of Asir. Interesting here. So maybe we'll also have a switch in the leaders. Oh, Roxy, you're all quiet. I know when you're quiet, it's because it's exciting. So, Roxy, what to do
It's
here?
so exciting.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, it's... Actually, what I'm quite impressed is your big right shift on the right, but also left shift on the left. And sometimes I'm also just thinking what I would do in that situation. But it seems like the left shift is also going to right shift right now. And that's why I see Asir far in front right now.
So what you're saying to us right now is KGR taking a chance going to the left-hand side. Asir and Dudang went up to the right ley line, so they might be in front of him. Maybe this can cost KGR 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, even 5th position that he took this chance.
Yeah, totally. I'm not even sure if Asir can cross in front of Duding, because he can. Never mind. That's why sometimes the 2D view is really good.
Yeah, let's see. Here we can say Asir coming in, KGR, and then we have Dudang, and you say let's go to 2D mode in this mark rounding. It's a very important 2D mode. Let's see what happens in this mark rounding in 2D mode. Let's go in. They're coming in. We can see Asir coming first. Then we have Dudang coming in starport. KGR in port side. Lord Bury, oh, he needs to do something, not getting a penalty. KGR managed to go in front of Dudang. Then we have Lord Bury and Kaven. No, what happened to Kaven? Oh, he was so afraid of getting a penalty. He made a barrel away and then almost hitting Di Napoli. Oh, that could be costly. Gardic in 7. Does the Frenchman survive this race? Everything is open now. Everything. Nobody is safe in top 5. Only Asir, KGR, and maybe Dudang. But rest is open. Whoosh.
I totally agree. Probably for Gardic, 7th place will be enough to stay in top 5. But for Prodigo, as 10th place, it's additional 20 points. What is a lot, and this will be very, very close.
Yeah, but right now nobody's attacking each other. Gardic going away from Wind Shadow, dropping 1 position on Will Hemsley. So has he just given up, or is he satisfied with 8 position? Is he doing the mathematics while we are racing? But while we are racing, we're seeing Asir taking the victory. KGR might take 2nd. He will take 2nd. But who will take 3rd? Dudang, Lord Bury. Will it go to Chakai or will it go to France? Who will take the 3rd in the middle race? This is exciting. This is top 5. Top 5 will go into the grand final tomorrow, where they will battle for a direct spot for the World Championship, the eSailing World Championship 2021. There's a battle up there. They're not satisfied. They're battling for it. KGR attacks Asir. KGR loses it on the finish line. Asir defends the lead. KGR gets 2nd. And there we see Lord Bury sneaks in, takes 3rd. Dudang drops to 4th. And now we need to keep an eye here. What happened? Gadek dropped to 9th position. Predito in 10th. They are both trying to survive.
So close.
Who will survive this one? Attack! Gadek under pressure. Predito attacking. No, he's going away. Predito 22. The Italians pressing the French. It's almost. Will they save it? It's side by side. Oh, Gadek is the loser of this one. No, 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 no. But here we have it. Azir. Victory to him. KGR in 2nd. Lordbury in 3rd. Dudang in 4th. Kevin in 5th. Napoli in 6th. Wilhelmsley 7th. Peditro 8th. Pudico 9th. Gadek in 10th. And what does the stats say, Roxy? I need to breathe a little bit here.
Thank you. I will take over. We see KGR was the best average speed, was the best maximum speed, and Duding in the shortest distance sailed. What's quite impressive is that Azir won the race, even if he's not or even on the list. That's normally.
So where did he win it? He won it in the upwind. He won it with the start. He didn't start the best, but he made this penalty start, had a penalty, so he couldn't get a penalty. And it looks like he was so lucky that Gadek got a penalty by Azir when he was crossing in.
I think, actually, if we rewatch it, I think KGR got a penalty from someone else.
Okay.
And then Azir was just crossing by. But yeah, it was a really risky start, like high risk, high reward. But it also could cost him the top 5 place. But I think with the risk, I think he managed to take the overall lead. But let's check the results.
Yeah. Let's go into the overall league. I know the race officers are waiting for us, and also all the viewers are waiting for us to go to Sail Ranks. But before go to Sail Ranks, let's just go in studio first. Because, Roxy, this is going to be very exciting. 5 players are going to qualify for the grand final tomorrow. Tomorrow, they will be joined by 15 e-sailors, all of them top 5 of the Olympic Virtues Series. That's just happened in June. So, tomorrow will almost be like a World Championship final. But who will the 5 players be? There is joining us tomorrow's grand final. Let's go in Sail Ranks. And there is the result. Azir with a victory, winning the regatta. Dudang in 2nd. See how close it is. Gadek losing because of that tint. If he had got 9th, he had been in top 5. How close is that, Roxy?
That's crazy. Like you do 3 bullets and then you just lose it through the medal race. That's I really feel sorry for him.
He looked like a victor all the way, Gatan de Cat, and then he lost the medal race. So unlucky. This just shows one thing: all point counts. And this is a fantastic victory for Lordbury. I think if we can get maybe, I will just say to the race officer, if we get Tristan Perron or maybe Lordbury in the studio, that could be great, just to hear their reactions. But let's go in studio while we're waiting for them here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think what we see, like Azir also won race 5, and I think that's a quite boost for your mindset before the medal race. If you just won a race, you know you're one of the best players, and I think he took that into the medal race and took that into a risky start, and it paid off. But for Gadek, it's a really, really sad story, like after just a phenomenal night.
Yeah, a phenomenal night. So close of getting into the grand finals tomorrow. It also shows the strength and also the mentality of these sailors here coming in. But what a race. Right now I'm waiting to get the signal if we're getting somebody in studio. They might just join in and bump in a few sec. But Roxy, the result with Azir in the lead, is that a surprise? Former Vice World Champion. We haven't seen him on the scene for a long time.
Yeah, he wasn't sailing the World Championship races, but he did a lot of team race, and that's also very competitive. So he also keep on sailing, and like I said a bit in the beginning, he's one of the favorites tonight. And he was very consistent. I think he got one place what was not that good, where he maybe wanted too much, but yeah, I think to get back into race 5 was really a boost for his mindset, and
it was really a boost for his mindset. And I'm just listening to the studio. We didn't get anything to interview at the moment, so we've just been asked to talk a little bit more about the race. If we go into sail ranks, let's have the studio go into sail ranks here, and then let's just see the result. If we're watching this one, then look at Lord Bury here, a Wildcard. A 4th, a 9th, a 9th, a 12th, a 4th, and a 3rd. So the only reason he actually survived is the 3rd place in the medal race in this case.
yeah, and he don't have any top 3 score in all the 5 races, but he was always good. Like he had no bad race, and that's really important, especially if you don't have any discard. And what is also really impressive, our Japanese friend Toshiki, like he just woke up. I think it's 3 or 4 a.m. Right now,
it's
5 a.m.
Yeah, 4:30 now in the morning, and he gets 4th. He must be pumped with and be ready for today with this victory. We actually have him in the swinger where he said, "This is what we train for." I remember talking with Toshiki Kukura earlier in the year in the Japanese eSailing club, and he said, "Thomas, I want to go in to the World Championship this year." And it looks like we're going to have one guy in the studio right now. So and it looks like it's Lord Bury we have to. So we need him to have the camera on. Then we will go into the mix zone and have an interview with him. And also Tristan Perron, it looks like he's going to join us. But let's start with Lord Bury. Let's go into mix zone when they're ready. Congratulations, my friend. Such a tight race. You need to unmute your mic. You're still muted. And Tusek, it's because we have muted him. So now he needs to unmute. So there we go. Lord Bury, try to unmute yourself. No, we can't unmute him. So there we just have a happy 5th place winner. He just became dad, and see, he's very happy. And if we're doing sign languages, on a scale from 1 to 10 with your fingers, how important is this 5th place for you? It's very important. Super. Let's go back to studio with Roxy, and then let's get ready for a seer. And there we go. Right now, Roxy is joining us back here from Germany. And the reason why we're getting signals in and out is because people are sitting all around the world in this COVID time. And Roxy, a very happy Lord Bury or Wildcard here, getting 5th overall. This is his best result,
totally.
Isn't it?
And I still see him walking around the room. I think he has so much adrenaline. He cannot just sit still. And really happy for him.
We're really happy for him. I'm just asking the studio if we managed to get Tristan in studio. It doesn't look like that. Then let's end up here with this stream and say congratulations to top 5 going into the grand final tomorrow. And tomorrow, guys and girls and skippers around the world, there is a blast of an event. The best players in the world, I have to say. It looks like almost like a world championship with 20 sailors tomorrow. They're all going to fight for the first spot for the world championship. And if we are very lucky, we might also have Jon Cardona, bronze medal winner, the Olympics with us, and Bartland Briggs 6th place overall, because they also qualified for tomorrow, but we don't know how their schedule is right now in Japan. With that said, Roxy, thank you for joining in. And there he just left. So let's say thank you for tonight, all of you. Thank you for joining us, and looking forward to meet you all tomorrow.
Are you ready to do what it takes?
Can you go all the way?
Be ready to play against players from all around the world.
Playing fair, but still going to win?
This is what we train for.
To become part of history.
To qualify for the eSailing World Championship.
To become the eSailing World Champion.